But he has his Big Pick 4 computer, then he has his entertainment computer.
The big boobs computer.
Yes, exactly.
Well, he didn't ask me anything about doing the show. Are we doing the show? What time? He's not online. Typical irresponsible Brian. So I don't expect to see him.
Yeah, well, there's your intro.
Welcome to Big Pick 4, the show where you get the best 4 picks for NFL Sunday games, to include the big Danny D, the leader of the pack guarantee, the big O guarantee, and the big Buru drunken wallet losing, not showing up, having one porn computer and a separate computer that he uses to do the show guarantee Buru, Brian B, as well as a pesky Eskin Stone Cold Mortal Lock guarantee, which will be submitted for copyright any day now. So the recap was the Danny D came through, and all other picks were losers. So last week the only winner was Big Danny D. What say you?
Well, as you would say, I think this pick was low-hanging fruit. You have a bad Bears team, which was against Houston, which is supposed to be a good team, and only minus 5.5, and Houston ended up winning by 9. So they covered the spread easily. It was a little hairy at the beginning when the Bears, I think, went up 14-0, I believe, but then they got scored 23 zip the rest of the way. And it was a low spread, really, for that kind of matchup. Early in the season, you see a lot of times when you might see high spreads around 7, which are scary because I think 11 of the 16 games last week were decided by 9 points or less. So it's difficult to pick some of these high spreads sometimes. Then you go with the underdog, but that one just seemed like it was true. Houston had win by a touchdown; they won by 9. So to me, it was an easy pick. The confusing one was Brian's pick. I have no idea why he picked Tennessee in that game.
So what was the outcome? I know they lost, but I mean, was it a blowout?
Tennessee lost by like 13.
Well, and apparently I overrated the Colts defense because I heard a sports announcer today summarized by saying that the Colts defense is an insult to Swiss cheese. And some guy's like, "Are you calling them the worst team in the NFL?" And he's like, "By far." You know?
Oh, wait a minute. I think Cleveland takes that award. I'm sorry. I disagree with that.
But I love the Swiss cheese line.
Yeah, that's
really good. An insult to Swiss cheese.
Yeah, and the Arizona one I was shocked at. That one I couldn't believe.
Yeah, what happened? And what are they going to do this week against Tampa?
I don't know. I mean, realistically, they should win, but I don't know. I don't know how devastating that loss really was.
In a pick 'em, I had to pick Tampa on that game. I couldn't even pick Arizona. And then what happened in the game last night?
Well, the Bills just stink.
No, I think the Bills put up 30 some points, and where the hell's brother Ryan, who's been fired from every other team in the league, and now his brother hires him. I mean, the guy stinks as a defensive coordinator. The offense puts up 30 some points, and you can't win. I mean, the guy stinks. He's a moron.
And you see what the Bills did today?
No.
They fired their offensive coordinator. If you can explain the logic to me on that one.
Like, wait a minute. 30 points to, like, what was it, like 31 to 37 or something?
Yeah. Yes. but the offense was terrible, so they fired the offensive coordinator.
Oh yeah, 30 points. That's terrible.
Awful.
Yeah. It's like you can't hold a team to under 30 when they only scored like 22 the prior week. Well, the Big B is going to be the boat anchor after this week because I am making a statement that I will not lose a game for the rest of the season, having gone 0-1. And I'm trying to come up with a challenge. If I lose, I'm thinking about maybe I have to get a big pick 4 tattoo or a broken clipboard tattoo.
That's right. That's the name of my fantasy team.
I know.
I got that from him.
From when Brian got the clipboard smashed over his head by the coach.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm doing the Namath. I'm pointing to the goalpost. I will not lose another game. I apologize for the 0-1 with the Colts. I won't make that mistake again. But we will now start with who will be the boat anchor of the season, which is the Big B guarantee, picking Baltimore.
Yes. Baltimore 5.5 at Cleveland.
5.5 favored, I would assume.
Yes, they're the favorite at Cleveland. Cleveland's probably, unlike what your buddy thinks, the worst team in the league. Their quarterback got hurt last week. He's possibly done for the season. They have, what's his name? Luke McCown or the other McCown, Josh McCown. One of them is starting at quarterback for them this week. He's 2-17 in his last 19 starts. Their best corner, Joe Hayden rather, got hurt last week against the Eagles. And I don't know if he's going to play. Baltimore's no world beater, but the Cleveland just stinks. They have a chance to lose every single game this season.
Well, they're doing well so far at 0-1.
I mean, they have a chance to lose every game.
Is that the Tampa Bay retread, McCown?
I think so. Yeah, Tampa Bay, Chicago, and a couple other places. He's been through the ringer, but yeah, he's a retread and he stinks. The Browns stink. They don't have a great pass rush. The offensive line's not very good. They got worn down last week. They didn't have the ball. The Eagles had the ball for nearly 40 minutes in that game last week. Their offense can't get on the field. They might be a little more efficient because Griffin was terrible. Terrible. He overthrew everybody on all his passes. So they never had any offense.
So what was the delta in the win last week with Cleveland? How much did they lose by?
19.
Oh well, like 5.5 would be reasonable.
Yeah, they lost by 19 at the Eagles. It was 29-10. They had a snap go over the quarterback's head for a safety. They tried a fake punt that was terrible and it didn't work. I mean, they just all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
I mean, it's just their coach is crazy. He said they're going to win a championship.
They don't still have Brian's old coach, right? They have a
Yeah, he got canned. Yeah, he's nowhere. He's out of the league. That guy.
So who's coaching now?
Hugh Jackson, the former head coach of the Raiders.
Wow. Big O guarantee for this week, ladies and gentlemen, is the New York Giants -5 at home v. the Aints. Remember when they used to put the bags on their heads back in the day?
Yeah, and say Aints on it because they lost all the time.
Pre-Katrina days. They wear the bags on their heads.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the Saints blew a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter at home last Sunday versus the Raiders, who then scored 11 unanswered points, upset New Orleans, 2.5-point road underdog. Carr completed a 10-yard touchdown pass to Seth Roberts to get within a point, and then found Michael Crabtree. We love Crabtree, right? On a 2-point conversion attempt that put the Raiders on top for good, 35-34. So there you have it, folks. You know, when you're looking at your Giants coming off a win over the Cowboys, 20-19 as a 1-point underdog. You know, beautiful Vegas win there. 1 point underdog, cover the spread by a point. Sheila completes 19 of 28 for 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, and only one putt and one pick. ODB catches 4 for 73 yards, and Sterling Shepard 3 for 43 yards and a touchdown. So the Giants continue to be a great bet in September, covering 5 of the last 6 in the month, and also going 3-0-1 against the spread in the last 4 games following a straight-up win. So there you have it. I don't know who's at home here. Is it
The Giants.
yeah? So you're in the Giants Jets home stadium there.
Yeah, MetLife Stadium.
It's 5-point spread. So I'm down with that. 5 points with the Giants early in the season. I don't even think the Giants are a bad pick late in the season. Eli's not like a Romo that likes to choke late in the season. So I think Eli's a good pick anytime. So Super Bowl winner, I'm going to take that spread all day. 5 points. Any other thoughts on that pick, Danny D?
And New Orleans defense looks pretty awful. There might be some weather rolling through towards the end of the game. We'll see if that affects anything. But yeah, I like that pick. New Orleans defense is just terrible. At the end of that game was brutal. The Raiders I think are going to be a decent team. Don't get me wrong. I think they deserve some credit here too. David Carr made some great plays at the end of the game, but that was a little ridiculous to not be able to close that game out on the road at home. That was not good.
So they have to wait. What? So what? Let me get this straight. So the Raiders aren't going to be great until they become the Las Vegas Raiders. Is that what we're getting at?
I don't know about that, but I think they have a chance to be pretty decent.
Well, there's not too many elite quarterbacks in the league, and I would put Eli in that category.
What? You serious?
Yeah, like elite franchise quarterbacks. He's won a Super Bowl, for Christ's sake.
Well, he's won 2, but
Well,
I don't know about
there you
that.
go.
I don't think there's only one guy who really belongs in that category.
Who is?
Honestly, Brady.
And he's won how many Super Bowls? 4?
4. He's been to 6.
How many did
He's been
Peyton win?
2. And he's been to 9 AFC Championship games. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah. So why aren't you picking the Patriots then?
He's not playing because that stupid
Oh, that's right. He's on
suspension.
suspension. And who's the stand-in for the Pats now?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Garoppolo.
Yeah, Garoppolo.
And everybody was keen off of the bit that Fox did.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
So being that you're not picking the Pats, who are you picking?
Well, I'm going with our Raiders here.
Wow.
Raiders at home to Atlanta, -4.5. Atlanta stinks. They got semi blown out by by Tampa Bay last week. They scored a meaningless touchdown at the end of the game to make the game closer than it really was. Atlanta's defense looks awful. I don't like Matt Ryan on the road. I don't like Matt Ryan throwing in nature. He's only good when he throws inside, when there's no wind or sunshine or anything. I think the people in Oakland are going to be pretty pumped for a couple of reasons. One, I think they actually have a decent team. And two, who knows how many more games we'll be able to see of the Raiders until they move to Las Vegas. Because it looks like it's going to pass. That one committee passed the recommendation for $750 million money that's going to be given in public funds for the stadium. And then it looks like it's going to be passed by a state legislature and the governor to pass that plan. And the way it works is the government gives $750 million. then Sheldon Adelson, the Moon Man looking guy who lives out there, he's going to give $650 million of his money. Plus, the Raiders will give $50 million to build that stadium, which costs close to $2 billion for a dome stadium out there in Vegas. But I like the Raiders. I like Derek Carr. I think he's a good player. He's a good quarterback. He's really coming to his own. Crabtree has had a renaissance there. They have an outstanding second-year player in Amari Cooper, who's a great receiver. Their running game is okay. Their defense should be better. They have some good defensive players. I don't know why they're not better. But I expect them to play well. I don't think Atlanta travels very well. I don't think Atlanta will do very well. I just don't like that team. I think they have a lot of problems. They don't tackle well. Their tackling was absolutely atrocious last week. They just hit guys with their arms, try to tackle them, and they got run over. And 4.5 is an easy spread, so I think Oakland's going to win the game. If they win by a touchdown, it covers. So I like that pick. I think it's another good team versus bad team with a low spread.
Who was the old owner for the Raiders?
Al Davis.
It's too bad they couldn't have like a Stalin style. What do you call it? Like a mausoleum where they have Al Davis under glass preserved, where you could
Who want
walk
to see
into a
that?
tomb and see Al Davis under glass with his corpse preserved like a saint.
Would you want to go see that?
Hell yeah,
Why?
that'd be awesome. Where they kind of put like a little wax on him, like in certain spots. No, just like Stalin. Like you go in, it's all air conditioned.
That was Lenin.
Lenin. Yeah, not Lenin. Yeah, not Stalin. Lenin. Yeah, where you go in, it's all air conditioned, and there's Al Davis with his rings on and his bling under air conditioning, under like a glass tomb where you could walk in, and you'd have to be quiet, because it'd be respectful and everything. You couldn't be like boisterous or loud when you're in there.
No, they're not doing that. Don't they have? They have that flame. They have a fire. They have there just to represent him. His indomitable spirit that goes on forever in the form of this flame.
Where's the flame at?
At the stadium, they have this fire in the middle of the stadium,
So how
and
would you take that to Vegas then? Is the
they'll
flame?
they'll build one in the stadium, a new flame, and they have that flame going, that eternal flame
Do you have
going
to have
there.
runners like the Olympics to take the flame from the one stadium to the other?
No, they'll just light it up at the new one. This is no sim. There's no, it doesn't matter.
No, you should have like a former Raiders running it like
Howie Long.
Blitnikoff. Well, he's dead, right?
No, he's not.
Then I thought he died.
No.
Yeah, like Blitnikoff. Well, Blanda's dead for sure. But
Yeah, get John Madden out there.
yeah, Madden runs a little bit. We're gonna have an Olympic style torch run to bring the Al Davis flame from. Where is it at now? Is it
It's in Oakland.
Oakland?
Oakland to Las
Yeah,
Vegas.
the only dual purpose stadium left in the NFL.
Yes.
So we're gonna have a parade of torch bearers to bring this flame, the Al Davis flame, from Oakland to Vegas. So we're gonna start off with the strong leg of Howie Long. Tarkington, Madden are even gonna get a couple legs. Who else we throwing in there? Oh, what about Bo Jackson? He's got to get a leg in there.
Yeah, Bo Jackson.
Yeah.
And that guy's dead. Jack Tatum's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Art Shell. Casper, the tight end.
Otis Sistrunk is dead, but yeah, we could have
Yeah,
Casper
that's right. He's dead.
do a leg.
Yeah.
Otto is dead, the old center.
Yeah, he got his leg cut off, then he died.
Damn. So
He sued the Raiders, actually, for
well,
that.
you got to get Plunkett. Plunkett's got to do a leg.
Jim Plunkett, Darryl LaMonica.
Yeah.
Is Marion Campbell still alive?
I don't
He
know.
might have died. Or no, Tom Flores. That's it. Tom Flores, former coach. He needs to do it. Ted Hendricks, the linebacker.
Yep.
Get him out there.
Well, you said Tatum was dead, right?
Yeah, he died. Jerry Rice was a former Raider. Get him out there.
Was Rice a Raider too?
Yeah, he was a Raider too. What's his face? Tim Brown. How can I forget about him?
So there you go. You got all these runners are going to carry the torch from the old stadium to the new stadium. It's like when they moved the home plate, when they build a new baseball stadium, they take the original home plate from the old stadium.
I mean, what do you call it? Every guy runs 10 miles. You know, you get John Madden to run 10 miles.
No, I think Madden should announce the whole thing. And here you go. You got the torch handoff.
You see here, then you.
It's like, no, his socks are down. His socks are down.
uh,
This could be a great thing.
well, maybe you can organize it. Get in touch with the Raiders and let them know your idea, and maybe they'll do that.
No, they sure as hell should if they got an Al Davis torch blown in the stadium.
Yeah.
That would be most worthy. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now have a word from our sponsor for week 2, Big Pick 4 is Rolling Rock beer. From the glass-lined tanks of Old Latrobe, we tender this premium beer for your enjoyment as a tribute to your good taste. It comes from the Mountain Springs to you, number 33, Rolling Rock, extra pale. We will now have the guaranteed Pesky Stone Cold Lock pick for week 2 NFL.
All right, Brian and I, in our infinite wisdom, decided to go with San Francisco on the road at Carolina. Carolina is favored by 14. As discussed earlier, 11 of the 16 games last week were decided by 10 points or less. This is a ridiculous line. I mean, now I understand that Carolina's been off since last Thursday, and San Francisco's playing a short week, but that line's a little ridiculous. They have a 14-point line. I just don't see. I don't think Carolina. I know Carolina what they were last year, but I'm not sure they're that team this year. You can't just always, go by what last year was for a team. Every year is different, and just based on the trends of what the NFL is. Where, as I said, I think I mentioned last week. Last year they had the most games decided by 10 points or less in the history of the league, and so far the trend's continuing this year. It's just how even these teams are. So despite San Francisco traveling across the country, I still expect it to be a somewhat tight game. Even if Carolina wins by 10, 12, doesn't matter. San Francisco still covers. It's just such a high spread. So we just got to go with that one. San Francisco plus 14.
With the plus 14?
Yeah, it's a plus 14, which is really high. It's funny. It started as a plus 11 and a half, and then it made it up to a plus 14 by today.
Well, you're at a 13.5 right now.
Oh, okay. Because it was at 13.5 this morning, and then I checked about at 6 o'clock tonight, 7 o'clock, and it was at 14. So I guess it went back down to 13.5.
All right, we'll call it 13.5. You're still going to take it at 13.5.
Yeah, okay. All right. So 13.5. Yeah, still going to take that.
How can San Fran's quarterback be that bad?
How? He's Blaine Gabbert, or as your brother calls him, Blake Gabbert. He can't be that bad.
No, but you're picking San Fran, right?
Yeah, I know. We're picking them not to win, but to lose, but they're not going to lose by 14.
Oh, okay.
They might lose by 10, 12, wouldn't be shocking. But not to lose by 2 touchdowns. They're not a great team. I'm not saying that.
Well, I did notice last week that Kaepernick had a new "Fuck America" hairdo. That was very cute. He went from the fro to like some type of a weave.
I didn't watch that game. It was unwatchable. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't want to see that. I said they should have put that game on at 10:30 at night Pacific time.
No, the the silly thing is what Kaepernick doesn't realize is that everybody, the Jews, the Japanese, the African Americans, everybody has a reason to kneel down. You know, uh, Boogaloo Brian B could kneel down during the national anthem because of the lack of mental health care. You know, we
Yeah.
all can kneel down, but the purpose of the thing is that you stand up and say, hey, despite all our differences and all the challenges and so forth, we're going to try to, be united as a country. To say that everybody who has an individual cause should kneel down is bullshit. It's united we stand, divided we fall. That's why it says united we stand. So, and then lo and behold, after he got all the Twitter and the press and all that bullshit, then he comes out with the new kneel down hairdo. And then he's got his little sidekick, you know, his little Gilligan to his skipper. Oh. So the guys with the fists, I mean,
Yeah.
come up with something new. We've seen the fist going back to the Olympics in the 70s.
1968.
68, yeah, the fist. So, the purpose of the Star Spangled Banner is everybody to say, hey, it's a work in progress, but we're still working on it. If you kneel down, then it's like some of these viral videos I've seen from the veterans that have done these, that say, go to fucking Canada, go to New Zealand. I don't give a shit where you go. Like, if you're kneeling down, then you're out of the game. You're taking yourself out of the game. Go the fuck away. That's what these people need to do. It's like, all right, well, kneel down and get on the next slow boat to China. That's what you need to do. You're not saying the purpose of the national anthem is to say, hey, I'm still with you, America. I'm still trying to make you great. And if you're not, then go find another country. There's a lot of countries in the world.
But they just feel left out. I think that's the purpose of their little stance here.
Yeah, but if I was Japanese and my parents were interred during World War II, I would, and I never got, there was no, what do you call it, reparations made for that. I would kneel down too.
But they didn't get anything for that.
That's what I'm saying. Until I get, reparations for slavery, until I get reparations for Japanese internment, and so on and so forth, on down the line. Everybody's kneeling. They've all got a cause. We're all going to kneel for our cause. That's not the purpose of the anthem. The purpose of the anthem is to say we have hope for the future. It's not you've wronged us in the past. Well, shit, yeah. My parents were in the Japanese internment camp in World War II. Maybe I would kneel down too and say you never made amends for that. You never. I mean, not even to speak of bombing Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Everybody, the Irish came in, they were treated like shit, as immigrants, the Jews, everybody else. We can all kneel down. We can all find something to kneel down for. Brian would be kneeling down for lack of mental health care. That should be provided free. He should get his head strung for free, but that's not provided, so he should kneel. But that's not what we do. We all stand up and say, hey, we're going to support the country for tomorrow. That's what we do.
I actually have a bigger problem with some of the secondary people. Like the people who they hanger oners, so to speak. Like Kaepernick did it first and he proved a point. But then you have all these other secondary people who did it after the fact. It's like it's not even the right thing.
Okay, so by the end, everybody's kneeling. We can all find a cause to kneel for. Can you find that's not the purpose of it.
No.
It's not a protest platform. It's the opposite of that. It's to say, yeah, we're all going to stand for the cause of America. I could sit there and say, well, you dropped a bomb on, 100,000 innocent people and killed them all and kneel down. You know.
Yeah, well, apparently the Eagles are planning something for Monday Night Football. They got some sort of demonstration during the anthem.
Yeah, but the Thursday night game with the Bills uh, and the Jets, they didn't even show the national anthem. I don't know
Yeah,
what the clowns came up
I don't know.
with.
I just had enough of some of it. Like they keep showing these people if they don't during the thing during the national anthem, the camera the director shows these people specifically.
No, but credit to Thursday Night Football because during all that bullshit, they showed. Did you see the skit with Joe Namath and what's his face from the Bills? Who the hell's the quarterback that never
Jim
won?
Kelly.
Yeah, Jim Kelly. The whole thing, the whole skit with Jim Kelly and Joe Namath and their kids. Oh, it
No,
was hilarious. That was all going on during the freaking national anthem. So none of these clowns got publicized.
to sing the national anthem before a sporting event. Other countries they don't do that. They come out to whatever music, they introduce everybody, and then they play the game, and that's it.
You've never watched soccer?
They
That's like
don't
a
play the
big deal.
national anthem in soccer unless it's a match between two countries,
That's what
like
I'm saying.
but not in the league play. In the English Premier League, they don't play the national anthem before they play a game. They just play the game.
Well, you should play the national anthem before every game.
But they don't. They don't do it there. They don't do it in Germany. They don't do it in France. They just play the game.
That's why we're the greatest country in the world.
Only the United States and Canada do it. Are they great in Canada now too?
That's the second greatest country in the world.
That's right. Go Canada.
That's why the American hand salute is like this,
Hmm.
and the Canadian hand salute is like this, and the French hand salute is like this. So true.
Oh.
Well, you know, that's why we do the God Bless America. We throw that in there. You know, we can't get enough of this shit. You know, we
I
throw that in
guess.
there in the seventh inning.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of ridiculous too. After every damn baseball game, it's like, come on. These baseball games are long enough. Like the Phillies started a game at 7 o'clock tonight. They're still playing.
Who are they playing tonight?
Miami.
Who's winning?
It's a tie game. They're like the 11th inning. They're still
Oh
playing. It's
shit!
5 hours of playing.
So
The
you're
first,
gonna so you're gonna have lights coming in your window tonight. You won't be
yeah,
able to
right.
sleep.
The first 9 innings took 3.5 hours. I mean, they don't need to add more songs to baseball. There's enough going on here.
But you know, the point to make there is that soccer, which is the favorite sport of all other countries other than the USA, they embrace the tie. They're like, oh, it was a draw. Oh, hell no. We'll come up with shootouts and whatever the hell we need to do to prevent this stupid ass draw
Oh
bullshit.
no, it's different because you only play. There's no playoffs in the sport in soccer in Europe. So a draw can hurt you if you get a draw. It can be bad, and you get relegated if you don't get enough points. You get sent back to another league. You know, so there are different penalties. Here you get the number one pick in the draft if you stink.
And in soccer, you get demoted to the lower league.
That's right. They kick you out.
They
They
kick
tell you
you
to get
out of
out.
the league. They're like, sorry, there's no more Chicago Bears. It's the Chicago Bullhorns this year.
That's right. You get promoted. Oh well, goodbye Bears. We're gonna put in the
They
Ohio
came
State
up from the
team.
minors.
Yeah.
So we oughta bring together the what do you call these leagues the the leagues that play indoors for football. What do they call these?
Oh, the Arena
The
League.
arena leagues. Well, like you'll go down to like the Bears will be in the Arena League next year.
And the Philadelphia Soul will be in the NFL. They won the Arena League championship this year.
Yeah, and the Tampa Bay Storm, you know, will move up.
That's right. They'll replace the Browns.
And then you have to go down to like a 7-man roster
7-man
when you
roster.
get demoted down.
Oh my god. Oh, I'd like to see how that works.
Hey,
Seven.
I'm liking the concept.
Yeah, see? It's good stuff.
All right, so what else do we need to cover?
I don't know. We covered the games. We covered Brian's drunkenness and mental health state. And then he lost his wallet, and he quit from coaching football, and
And
he was
that
wearing a Hawaiian shirt today.
he wore. So Brian wore a Hawaiian shirt to work.
He wore a Hawaiian shirt he got for free to work today.
That he stole from a homeless man. Why did he get a Hawaiian
No,
shirt?
not this time. That was a Flyers shirt that he stole from a kid. Uh, that's a funny story too. But no, a guy at work has season tickets to the Phillies, and he went on a Sunday and he gave out this loud Hawaiian shirt as the giveaway, and it was huge, so he couldn't wear it, so he gave it to Brian instead.
That's awesome because my uncle came to my mom's birthday party and gave me a Hawaiian shirt because he was too large to wear it. I think I have it here.
Hmm.
It's pretty nice, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, got this bad boy for free. So I
Yeah.
can't fault Brian for that.
Yeah, because you're with your whole Doc Brown motif there.
This may have to become my good luck shirt from now on. This came from Uncle Barry.
Nice.
He's like these extra large ain't what they used to be. So he's like, you take this shirt. This might fit you. It's actually pretty nice.
And then the Flyer shirt, he went to a rally where they had for a playoffs, and someone was throwing shirts out, and some kid had it that was near him, so he just took it from him and ran away.
Did he really wear a Hawaiian shirt to work?
He did, a Phillies Hawaiian shirt.
Why Phillies?
Because that was the giveaway. It was one of their Hawaiian shirts. They're giving away at this game. It has all these little peas on it. These little Phillies peas and pineapples or something on it. And he wore that to work today.
Did he catch some flack for that?
No. He usually wears a dirty t-shirt on Friday, so it's actually an improvement. We used to have a game called Dirty Shirt Friday, where we would guess which t-shirt he would wear that Friday.
So he was classing up the joint with that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he was, he upgraded.
But I have to say one thing for BKO. He's been beating my ass at baseball lately. Like, this kid may have a future. This kid may have a future in Vegas.
Wow, his dream might finally come true.
No, I mean, it's like, if you can pick games, I don't care who you are. You can go to Vegas and win money.
Yeah, he'll get to have sex with Wayne Newton like he always wanted.
Yeah, but will Wayne take off the toupee, or he's gonna like go full blown with the toupee on?
I think he wants him to keep it on.
Yeah, keep it on.
Mm-hmm.
Get the real look.
Those baseball games aren't easy to pick.
They're much easier than the NFL. I'll tell you that.
I guess.
We started with the big Buru B Baltimore pick, the big Danny D Oakland pick, the big O. Who the hell did I pick?
Giants.
Giants. And the combined pick is what?
San Francisco.
Are they at home or away?
It's at Carolina.
Okay.
At Carolina, Carolina's giving 13 and a half.
So, as always,
Score.
score with
Big,
Big
big
Kick.
four.
So what do you got on the burner this weekend? You got anything you got on?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. It's still up in the air. And then Sunday's football.